All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ again and again and again. I hope my voice is coming good now. Please let me know if you have any problem, and I hope it is good. Our topic is about breastfeeding. Now, just to make it clear, I am not against breastfeeding. I mean, but breastfeeding for adult, that is a problem. I mean, I encourage actually all females to do breastfeeding for their children's. I believe it's very healthy and it's the best way to do it. But for an adult, I think there's something fishy here and something wrong. This is a Muslim sheikh. He called himself ustaz, which is, I said before, funny how in Indonesia they call themselves ustaz, because ustaz is not a sheikh. Ustaz is a teacher for mathematics, etc., not for religious teaching. But look like this is what I mean. They claim that they speak Arabic, so they use the word ustaz. So ustaz, he grew a beard, and now he's trying to explain why the Prophet, he said, breastfeeding for adult. As I understand that the title saying in his video, breastfeeding. Okay, how he's an adult, yet it's a breastfeeding. You see, when we say breastfeeding, it's about feeding somebody. Feeding somebody. And to feed somebody from a breast, the reason for it is because he's a child. He cannot eat. He cannot chew. He cannot bite. He don't have teeth. But now we have a male in Islam who is a grown man, in the same as this guy in the screen, as we see. And this is his channel, so you can go watch the video. So what the point of doing the breastfeeding? This guy, he come with an explanation. In order to cover the scandal of his prophet, he said the following, and I will show you a translation given to me, as I said before, from an Indonesian person. This is not my understanding. This is the translation given to me. I don't speak Indonesian, as you know. The Ustaz Khalid Basalama explain how the law of a breastfeeding. So Muslims, they have a law. It's called the law of a breastfeeding for adult. Praise be to Allah, brother. We have a law for breastfeeding for adult. No other religion have believed in that. Only Islam have a law for breastfeeding for adult. Okay, he said that the scholars, the ulama, explain about the breastfeeding for adult, and he said that Salim, that was about the case of the slave of Sahla bint Suhail. He explained that Salim was a slave bought by Hudayfa, the wife, and he become a slave, and then she freed him. Okay, he said that the Sharia law, if a free slave there, he inherit the previous owner, he inherited. This is what he's saying. So this woman, she came into the Prophet and she said, I want to inherit my slave, but I did not do breastfeeding for adult. She heard that if you do breastfeeding for adult for a child, he became like your son. So how I can inherit him? According to this guy, not according to me. That's what he's saying. She said that Abu Hudayfa wife complained to the Muhammad that at that time this guy, he became 19 years old, and she said, I did not know the law when Salim was a baby. I did not do breastfeeding for him. Now Salim live in my house and he see me without clothes, see my hair, but he's like my own son. Then Muhammad said, suckle him, and he explained the process. She pumped her milk into a cup or something, or a container, and he gave it to Salim. And we showed you what this guy he meant by this. Exactly, he was saying that this is exactly what happened, as we will show you in the screen here, according to this guy. That's absolute stupid lie. But here I will go with this ustaz, so we can laugh together at this cult of Islam. According to this cult leader or teacher, he's saying that in Islam, if a woman, she will inherit you, She can give you some milk in a cup and you drink it, and that's it. She can get your money. And if a woman, she want to get naked in the front of me, and that will not be embarrassing to her no more, or what she needs, to put some milk in a cup and I drink it. I mean, this is the most silly, stupid religion ever. First of all, if a man he suckle the breast of women, since when he will not be excited sexually? Because what the purpose of this? Supposedly you will not think about this woman in a wrong way. And since when? Since when, if a woman she give her nipples to a man, he will not think about her in a sexual way again? That is the most stupid argument ever. Secondly, when you say that she wanted to inherit the person, that's additional stupidity. And by the way, it's not Islamic, because in Islam, even if you suckle a baby child, still you cannot inherit him. And we can get you busted from a fatwa. Here we go. This is a fatwa. Fatwa, for those who do not know, Islamic answer, according the scholars answering according to Allah teaching. Can a mother through breastfeeding inherit? Fatwa number 34661. Can a woman who is a mother through breastfeeding, rida'a, inherit her son through breastfeeding if he dies? Son from breastfeeding. Notice, son from breastfeeding. Crazy religion. How a person he will become your son if you do breastfeeding for him? Muhammad forbid adoption, but now Muhammad saying to you that this person is your son because you did the breastfeeding for him. This is adoption. Stupidity. The answer, no. If a woman she breastfeeding for a child, she cannot inherit anything from him. So what about a man? So the explanation he gave us, it's false. It is not true. It's not even Islamic. This is number one. Number two, the husband is jealous from this man. The husband of who? The husband of this woman. He see him in the house and she is almost naked, so he's jealous. This is why she said, I see in the face of Abu Hudhayfa sign of disgust. Why? Because Salim, he entered upon me in the house and almost I am naked. The Prophet said suckle him. So the suckling was not because to inherit. The suckling supposedly that will make him unlawful for you. But this is not true too, because according to Islam, if you suckle, if a woman she suckle a man, still he is lawful for her. And I will give you an example. My wife is currently feeding our newborn child. During sex, I drank her milk. Is her milk halal for me, brother? Fatwa number 2864. So what happened to this guy? What happened is the following. This guy was having sex with his wife. And during the time he was having sex, he put his mouth there. And there's some drop of milk come his mouth. And he drank it. And now he's worried. Did she become his sister? Did she become his mother? What a stupid religion. Unbelievable. Man, oh man. The guy is having 10 children from her, and now he's worried she became his mom. Why? Because he drank some milk from her breast. Okay, what is the solution now? The answer. So he is saying during sex, I drank her milk. Is her milk halal for me? The answer, praise be to Allah. Right away, like, praise be to Allah. I mean, look, the name of Allah is mentioned about suckling the breast and boobs. We are very conservative people, by the way. We mention the name of Allah even if we are talking about those things. So praise be to Allah. Okay, let us zoom in so we can show you. Before answering this question, brother, we must explain some important point about the ruling and the ahkam, which mean ruling, concerning the breastfeeding for a rida. A breastfeeding is proven in the Quran and Sunnah by ijma, which mean all the scholars agree. Okay. You see, we are talking about breastfeeding. The yogurt is done. I'm making yogurt. Hold on. So, Quran, the Quran of Allah says, interpretation in the meaning: your foster mother who gave you suck, your foster mixed suckling sister. Chapter 4, verse number 23. This is the most stupid religion ever. I will have a sister, I will have a mother just because she suckled me. Sunnah Ibn Abbas reported, the Prophet said, what is forbidden by rida? Rida is not what that guy was saying. As you see, that guy was trying to fool us and says rida, the woman, she gave not her breast, she just gave milk in a cup out, like she milked herself in a cup. She did not give the man her breast, which is absolutely a lie. As you see, the Muslim themselves, they keep calling suckling, suckling, and even the hadith says suckling. The hadith did not mention milking in a cup like a cow. No, the hadith speak about suckling, and suckling is not the same as milking, so it have to be suckling. And by the way, this is supposedly was a verse in the Quran, but the goat, if you remember, ate it. There was a verse in the Quran says, any man when I enter upon a woman, he have to suckle her 10 times. We go back to the fatwa. So the guy now is worried about what will happen. He suckled his wife's breast, and then he said to him, what is forbidden by rida, suckling or breastfeeding, is the same what is forbidden by nasab, lineage, nasab. So if you suckle from a woman and you are a child, she is forbidden for you. You cannot marry her daughter, you cannot, etc. blah 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 blah. Okay, because she became like your sister. The scholar agree the effect of rida, and as you see, rida is not what this guy is saying, putting some milk in a cup. It is a breastfeeding, forbids marriage and create relationship of muhram, and permits seeing being alone with the people of whom is one related through rida. So if a woman one day she gave me her breast, I can see her daughter without wearing hijab, because now she became equal to my sister. This is one of the stupid things in Islam. For breastfeeding have effect, transmitting is a benefit from nursing a woman to a child suckled. A breastfeeding must happen within the first 2 years for a child. But this guy, he suckled the wife when she's adult. Okay, just to make it short, a breastfeeding have to be at least total number of 5. This is for a child. Remember, it was 10 for adult. And then the conclusion, he says, well, in the case of a man, if he suckle, obviously she is not haram for him, which means she's still lawful for you. You can have sex with her. It's clear from this that drinking one wife milk has no effect and does not create a relationship of muhram. So why Muhammad asked the women to give her boobs to this man? As long as drinking the milk, or sorry, suckling the milk from the women, because remember this guy, how he drank the milk, he was suckling the breast of his wife, he wasn't having sex with her. So as long drinking the milk, swallowing the milk by suckling from a woman will not make any difference. So what the point of all of this? Why Muhammad said the woman she can, or he ordered her to give her breast to a strange man? Because Muhammad is a sick man, was making fun of you Muslims. And this guy in this video, he was trying to give Muhammad an excuse why he is a perverted man, but he failed. He lied when he said that he did not order her to do suckling, because the hadith says suckling. Do you see it? Suckle him. Even in the Muslim translation, it says suckle him. You know what suckle him means. Suckle him is not giving milk out and drink. That is not suckling. Suck. Suckling is coming from suck. Ar-rida is the same. If we go to the Muslim dictionary, we will find exactly the same thing. In the Muslim dictionary, if we search for the word rida, we will find what the word suckle mean. Let us go there. All right. This is the Muslim dictionary, as you see, and this is the word rida. We put the word rida or rida in the top, and here the word noun rida, feeding a baby from the breast, suckling. It have to be a process of feeding a baby from the breast. If it is not feeding from the breast directly, that is not considered suckling. This is why it says radi'ah, which means radda. Radda. You know, radda is to hold something between two things and pushing it hard. And this is what rida is about. A child, he put his lips, his mouth in the nipple of his mother, and he, you know, with his strength as a baby, he bite hard in order to suckle the milk. But this guy in his video, he was trying to say, no, this is not what happened. She just milk out as if she is a cow, some milk from her breast, and she gave it to him with his coffee in the morning. So look what we learn from this, that all of this affect nothing in Islam, which mean if a woman she give her breast to a stranger does not change anything. It's a stupid. Even according to the Quran, it does not make any difference. Only if you are a child, the woman she is considered for you forbidden, and her daughter is forbidden for you. As simple as that. There is no inheritance, but only if you do that when you are less than 2 years old. And that is the Quran. So what Muhammad did here by asking a woman to do that, and not only that, Aisha herself, she ordered her sister to do that too. Sahih Muslim, Muwatta Malik. Yahya related to me from Malik, from etc., that Aisha, the wife of the Prophet, may Allah bless her, bless him and grant him peace, admitted those whom her sister and daughters of her brothers had nursed. Anyone want to see Aisha? The Sheikh, he said this is for the case of Salim only. Why? There's a law in heaven only for one woman. You see all those stories about the breastfeeding. Let us look for Aisha's story for more hadith. And by the way, it have to be 10 times, which means if you do it less than 10 times, you are not permitted to see Aisha. Here you see in this hadith it says that there's no relationship if the breastfeeding happened for someone over 2 years old. So what the point? Nothing. It's so stupid. Here Aisha, she ordering her nieces to nurse anyone want to enter upon her. Here the story of Muhammad ordering the women to give her boobs to the stranger. Okay. Let us see. Read carefully. Yahya related to me from Malik, from etc. From that Aisha, the mother of the believer, sent him away while he was being nursed to her sister. This is a man. Aisha, she is ordering her sister Kulthum to nurse anyone, to suckle, not to give a breast in a, like a milk in a cup, like this guy, the liar, he said in his video. This Abdul, Munafiq, Shish Kebab, Harami, Dajjal. Now Abdul will open dictionary to understand what I'm saying. So what Aisha she was doing? She was ordering her sister and her sisters, anyone want to come to see her, he's a man, she have to suckle him 10 times in 10 different days. Read carefully. She said suckle him 10 times so he can come to see me. The liar in his video, he says this was only in the case of Salim or Sahla bint Suhail. But the fact, as you see, Aisha, she was practicing that, and anyone want to enter upon Aisha, he have to suckle 10 times to her sister. The guy, he could not see Aisha, was not permitted because only he finished 3 times. I mean, do you see how conservative the Muslims are? Brother, I did only suckle her sister boobs 3 times. And by the way, suckling it cannot happen just in a second. You have to keep suckling until you are satisfied, which means you cannot take it no more. So we have a religion where we cannot shake hands with women, but we can suckle their boobs. There's a fatwa that says, can a grown man suckle the boobs of his mother? The answer was no. So how he cannot suckle his mother, and she's his real mother, but yet a strange man he can suckle from this woman? What a crazy cult. What a crazy cult. Question: can a woman who is mother through breastfeeding rida'a inherit? So you cannot inherit from this thing. She is not considered really your mother, and if it is over the age of 2 years, there's no effect whatsoever. So what the point of a man going to the sister of Aisha and suckling her boobs? And by the way, where Aisha she come with this? Aisha, she's a creative now, because if Aisha, look what Aisha she did. Okay, well, men, they want to see me and I want to see them, so I had to find now a way so I can meet men. We are forbidden to meet them. Okay, I got an idea. The prophet, he told this woman to give her boobs to suck a man so he can come to her house, suckle him. And if those men they suckle my sister, well, obviously I can, you know, they can see me too, because I am the sister of this woman. If she became forbidden for them, I will become forbidden. But as you see, suckling for someone is over the age of 2 years old is not going to forbid anything. It does not change anything. It's a lie. So there's no point. It's just a stupid cult trying to fool people. Who in the world will believe in such a garbage? Are you? So please, if you are from Indonesia, download the video immediately. We will not keep it there, and add subtitle, and feel free to ask this Abdul, Ustaz. All of them, they are Ustaz. I mean, I am the only one who is not Ustaz here. Those guys do not know even how to pronounce the name of their prophet correctly, but yet they are called the Ustaz. Ustaz. In the Middle East, if you call somebody Ustaz, people will, that's mean you are insulting him, by the way. The only way you can call someone ustaz if he is really ustaz, which means a teacher in a school specifically. If you call someone in the street ustaz, that means you are saying to him a donkey. You are a donkey. It's like you are being sarcastic. You're making fun of him. Ustaz. All those who teach Islam in Indonesia, their name is ustaz. And how you became ustaz? Your prophet himself was not ustaz. How you are ustaz? All of them, they are ustaz. And I agree. And actually, you have to be really mentally ill to believe in such a madness. His life now? Well, tell him to come and call me. His life now. Anyway, guys, download the video, share it with your friends, and don't forget, if you are in Indonesian, to add subtitle and let those people. I mean, you tell me what this is about. What this is a woman? I suckle him. Imagine I have a guy, he is in my house, and I am jealous from him. And then my wife, she go ask the prophet, and then my wife come back, and I find my wife giving her nipples to the guy. And I say to her, what's wrong with you? Why you are giving your boobs to this guy? She will say, man, the prophet says so. The prophet says I should give him my breast, and that supposedly will not make you angry and will make you happy. Yes, this is what he said to her. He said, if you do that, your husband will not be angry no more. Have you ever heard of a stupid religion like this before? The husband will not be angry, because the whole point is what? He is disgusted. This husband is disgusted. Disgusted of what? On entering of Salim. So the guy is disgusted because Salim, he see his wife in the house, and now the solution is we let our wife give Salim her boobs, and then Salim he suckle it, and that supposedly will solve the problem. Praise be to Allah, brother. The problem is solved, brother. After today, I will never be jealous from Salim, brother, because now he suckled the boobs of my wife, brother, and I was watching. Actually, he took a selfie with it, and he posted a selfie in Facebook. All of us, we knew that such a move will encourage the urge of a man for sexuality, not the opposite. Since when a woman give her breast to a stranger, he will not think about her in a sexual way. You're right. That is the most stupid cult ever. And you know what? I challenge any Muslim to practice Islam. I want to see Muslims opening their doors to all the neighbors. There's a woman, she is a TV host in Egypt. She asked the Sheikh live on air, so are you saying that I have to suckle all those who work with me in the studio? He said yes. She said the engineer, the electrician, the decor, you know, the audio engineer, the video engineer, the editing engineer, the lighting engineer, all of them, I have to suckle them. He said yes, you have to suckle them all. Then she said, if I go to the train, are you saying I have to suckle all the men in the train in order to be allowed with them? He said yes. In the bus, he said yes. In the taxi, the driver, he had to suckle you too. So why you wear clothes, and why you don't let your breast coming out when walking the street and let everybody suckle it? And then when this guy he said that, the Muslim went crazy in Egypt, by the way, because they could not believe it. But this is Islam. You see, the ignorant who do not know Islam, they thought this guy is mad. He is the head of the department of the Hadith in the Azhar University, the higher Islamic school in the world. He was saying to them, what's wrong with you? Why you went upset from me? This is what the Prophet said. This is what the Prophet said. I did not make things up. But because they are ignorant, they could not believe it, that in Islam there is such a thing. Breastfeeding for adult, fatwa. Research Prophet, Google, peace upon him. Each time those fatwas come in the surface, Muslims get upset. because they cannot handle the truth. But this is the truth. This is what Islam teach. And by the way, when the hadith says that a goat ate the breastfeeding for adult chapters, I don't believe that. Maybe the goat ate some of the Quran, but why only those verses are gone? Things have to do with sex. The verses of a stoning and of a breastfeeding for adult 10 times was revealed. So how the Quran is protected and now we cannot have those verses? Where are those verses? Well, the goat ate them. I believe the one who ate them is the Muslims, because they are ashamed of their prophet and they decide to hide it. Are you kidding me? Are you telling me Allah, he could not stop a goat from eating his book? And now because of the goat, Miss Goat, who miseat the Quran. I mean, look how selective this goat. She flipped the pages. I mean, was this the first page in the Quran? Breastfeeding for adult? How she pick up this page? And how a goat ate, or let us say she ate, like a guy, by the way, a goat can eat the whole book, by the way. There's no way she ate only one page. And even one page have only one line. There's many lines should be there. So how many verses, how many chapters are eaten, we do not know. And yet the Muslim, they say to us that Quran is preserved. I wish it was preserved. This is my favorite verse in the Quran. I'm really upset from that goat. If I know where is this goat, I'm going to go and shoot her. This stupid goat. I wish we have this verse. We will die laughing still until now. Look now what we have. We have this hadith because of this goat. I mean, this is not even fair. I want to see the wisdom of Allah. I want to see how Allah the wise, he made such a verse. Give your breast for adult 10 times and let him suckle it. Yeah, right. This is why I told you once, I want to open drive-through business in Las Vegas. It's called the breastfeeding for adult, Islamic breastfeeding for adult. But none of you is supporting me in the project. Otherwise this project can make a lot of money. Imagine how many hungry Muslims go to Las Vegas. They are willing to do breastfeeding drive-through suckling. We make windows with sizes like depend in the money you pay, if you want make big suckling or small suckling. So like we accept credit card, drive-through. We make windows. Let me make it simple for you. Most of you are naive. You don't know. You have nothing to do about sex. You know, we Arab. We are the one who educate everything about everything, anything. Specifically when it's come about sex, we know everything. Not like those Western idiot. Even Pink Panther know more than them. Look, brother, we make a drive-through, and here, those windows. From every window, brother, we have this. Sorry, guys, this woman, her breast is not level. Okay, and then we put another woman here, and now their size. If you notice, the size change. And by the way, the reason we will make them up and down, so the men, they will see there's an action, like it's not like just one level. So the man who is standing here, he can see all kind of a breast, and he can choose where he will stop, because they are not one level. You see, he can see them still. And then before he arrive, we will have a machine here owned by the Jews, brother, because we cannot have Islamic credit card. It have to be owned by the Jews. So we will have a credit machine here. You slide the credit card here, and then you start the breastfeeding after you are approved. You go and then you show the receipt. We have a guy here standing. You want to see the receipt, all right? And then he will point his finger at which window. Those are the nipples. Which windows you can stop and you can suckle. But nobody want to support me in my project, sadly. And God knows now, I mean Allah knows now, how many Muslims will steal my idea and they will open breastfeeding for adults, suckling in Las Vegas. Okay, I hope nobody will see my idea and do the business. Islam is very open religion. It's a hippie religion. Yes, yes, we force the women to wear burqa, but as you see, her boobs are flying by themselves. They shake hands with everybody. What a crazy, stupid cult. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to download the video. This video will be taken exactly after 40 minutes from now. So download it, repost it before we take it. Thank you, and may the Lord bless you. And excuse me for the language I use, but I have no choice. This is how stupid this cult is, and we do not sugarcoat anything. We say it as it is. If you'd like to learn more about the cult of Islam, you can search my books in Amazon, Amazon.com, Spanish, German, even Swedish, Dutch, etc., French. We have it in many languages and more languages to come. Christ is Lord, Islam is false, and we see you soon again. Take care. Bye-bye.